The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
We go to the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Australian commentator. I mean, for me, it's track and field, it's horse racing, it's AFL, but mostly track and field for me. The great Bruce McAvaney joining us early on a Thursday morning. How are you, Bruce? I'm
very well, Luttsy. I really am. And it's a good time for sport in Australia. There's so much happening, isn't there, at the moment?
Oh, I tell you what, I was lucky. I was lucky enough to be out there to see Gout do that sub-20 run in the 200 metres the other day out at Cusack, and then got to spend some time with Timmy Sheridan and Bruce McAvaney having a bit of lunch and just listening and absorbing the passion of sport that you bring, Bruce. And I guess that's been synonymous, as although you're obviously a great commentator, I think the thing that sets you apart from most in the business is your ability to convey the passion and the emotion of sport. And I got that feeling again just on Sunday when we sat out there, and that being part of the journey of sport and the power that can bring, mate. So
yeah, Bruce,
thanks for that.
Are you quite moved by what you're witnessing at the moment? Because that's what Luttsy was saying, that you were really quite moved by what's happening with Gout.
Absolutely, Nikki. I mean, it was an incredible being there. It felt like an Olympic final when it was at under 20 at the Queensland Championships. Just the hush before, and the nervousness surrounding what might have been a false start by somebody or other, and then just the joy afterwards. So, look, it was just thrilling being there. He's got something rare. We know that. I mean, and not just the times that he's running, but the persona as well. So he's a young man who I think is going to, absolutely have the affection of a nation, a bit like Kathy did, I guess, in 2000, and others that we've had over the years, but very few. So, Nikki, I'm really authentically thrilled that, we're seeing something that we didn't think was possible, I think.
This Spotlight special, Gout, it's on this Sunday after Australian Idol on 7 and 7+. I think that most of Australia now, I feel like, is becoming aware of Gout, who he is, but what are we going to learn about him on Sunday night? What is the Gout story?
So, Ash, how do you go about trying to tell such a complex story in an hour? So, with such, I guess, an interesting background. So, we've interviewed Kathy Freeman because there's some similarities about pressure and expectation, and she won a gold medal as a 16-year-old. Matt Shervington's been heavily involved. He broke the Australian record for 100 metres when he was 19 years of age. And Raylene Boyle won an Olympic medal, a silver medal, in Gout's event when she was 17, the same age as him. So she went to the Olympics at 17. So we've spoken to those three people at length, and the coach and the manager and Gout obviously himself went out to the school. So there's been a lot of work done. It's been an absolute joy to be involved. So I hope at the end of the program people feel like they know the young man, they know about the expectation, the possibilities, and the dream. And so it's all of those things.
Also, Bruce, I'm quite excited that his coach, Di Shepherd, is a woman. This is something I'm very fascinated about as well. Do you cover that?
And absolutely, Nikki, and she's a strong woman, and so just a little bit about her, and I'm sure, Lutz, you know a fair bit about her, but she's become a bit of a legend. So, look, she wanted to coach athletics at Ipswich Grammar, but the rule was you could not coach unless you were on the staff. So she went and worked in the canteen. So that's how she got to be a coach. She did the hard yards.
She was packing pies and making sangers so then she could create a great... That's such a good story. I love this.
And Di's, she looks you straight in the eye and she tells you exactly what she's thinking.
There's no filter.
I've got to say, I feel like just giving her a big hug every time I see her because she's a bit like my mum. Anyway, and she's 10 years younger than me, so there you go.
Not sure she'd like that, Bruce. But anyway.
Well, that's why, Nikki, I'll put the stat in at the end,
What type of kid is he? And you've met him as well, Luttsy. He's got a lot on his plate, and there's expectation that's coming with all of this spotlight, no doubt, as well. But is he a humble type of kid? Is he taking it all in his stride? What were your impressions?
Well, Luttsy, I'll go first if you like.
Yep.
He's remarkable in that he's so poised. Look, he's on one hand he's a young boy at school. When I say boy, a man, he's 17. first time I actually shook his hand, he had his school blazer on, and that really, you look at him and you think, God, you're young. And then when you talk to him, and there's a lot of young stuff about him, but he's poised, he's very well-mannered and highly motivated. So that, I reckon if I had to sum him up in a sentence, that he is a gentleman, he's driven, he's respectful, and he's got a confidence that champions need. So Lutz, that's how I see him.
Yeah, Bruce, I was hit by on the same lines, that the respect that he has, and I think this will come out in the documentary from what I've heard from you and from Tim Sheridan from Shervo about it, the respect he has around the school and he's, I guess for want of a better word, his key stakeholders at the moment, which are his mates and his school and his coach, and that's that inner sanctum around him. And I guess the trick, for want of a better word again, Bruce, is how we measure that kind of like cool our heels approach to a 17-year-old, but also, and I said this to you on Sunday, also actually acknowledge the fact that while 3 years ago we were probably all sitting here going, well, no one's ever going to touch Usain Bolt's world records in our lifetimes, to now have a kid from Ipswich whose trajectory, it isn't inconceivable, could potentially push into those areas. So measuring what we just said about a school kid from Ipswich to a potential world beater is, I guess, the interesting thing to try and attain over the next 12 to 18 months.
Because he's a kid, but he's not, because he's a superstar, and it's hard to know how much media pressure to put on him, because we're all excited, but then we don't want to put our mockers on him. We don't want to freak him out. So, and
I think we do this. Nikki, I think we try. We talk about this during the documentary and get things into perspective. There are no givens in sport. There's no givens in life. Nobody knows where this journey will end. What we do know is that he never runs another race. He's the fastest Australian ever over 200 metres. And he did it when he was 16. Wow. So whatever happens for the rest of his athletic life, he's created something that is very rare. Now, how much can he improve between now and the Brisbane Olympics or now and the Los Angeles Olympics? None of us know. It's going to come down to a fair bit of luck, not injury. I think the other challenge for him, he's going to grow up, he's going to have relationships, he's going to have distractions. Things get more complicated, from 17 through to 24. So how he handles that, nobody knows. But he's got good people, that his family are wonderful, he's got good people around him, and his attitude is incredible. So fingers crossed. But, Bolt ran the fastest time of his life at 22 and never ran faster again at 22 years of age. So none of us know what Carl Lewis was at 30 years of age. So there's no givens in this sort of event. And look, the 100 metres and the 200 metres, it's the championship of the world. We've only had 4 Australian men that have actually made a final of a 100 or 200 at the Olympics. Yeah. And the last time that happened was in 1968. Jeez. So this is territory that no Australian male has been to for over 50 years.
Rare.
And that's the potential. That's the potential.
Yeah, Bruce, I talk about being part of the athlete's journey, and this is for kids in particular. This Sunday, it might be your first chance to actually get an insight into this wonderful athlete. So it's the 7 News Spotlight special event, Gout Gout. It's on this Sunday after Australian Idol on 7 and 7+. And I might add, if you haven't had the chance to see him race yet, there'll be a chance the week after, Bruce, live on Channel 7 to watch the Maury Plant meet in Melbourne, where Gout, all things going well over the next week, will run the 200 metres there. So you've got 2 opportunities there, and great to see the 7 Network bring that to people, because it's time to join the journey of one of our great athletes heading towards 2032, mate.
Yeah, well said, Lutz. All the best, guys. Terrific to chat to you.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Throwback Throwdown!
Okay. I got on last night and I voted for my song.
We all did.
Hang on, I haven't voted for mine
I've
yet.
never laughed so hard in my life. Have you got the audio there, Mitch?
Hang on.
Have we got that audio yet? Because
here we go. Okay, yeah, this
was yesterday when, we had the opportunity to choose our song. Straight out of the gate, someone came in as quick as you could not believe.
Throwback Throwdown!
Ding, 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 ding. What was it, 2007?
That's it.
So these are these are the most popular songs that were played on Nova in 2007. I'm locking in right from the top.
Oh, here we go.
The most played song on Nova in 2007. I pick it because of that, and also because it's my boy Grant Smiley. TV Rock. The Others.
And that was it. The song.
Yeah.
TV Rock, Dukes of Windsor, the others,
What we at?
4%.
That's an all-time low.
It actually is at the moment.
Yeah, I know.
You got the stats.
There's never anything near 4%.
I mean, we've got an hour and a half left of voting, so someone else might,
Come on.
Mrs.
There
Luttsy
could be
will
a
jump
big
on and
swing.
throw a vote. At the lowest score ever at the end of voting,
6%. I tagged Grant Smiley into it yesterday,
No.
and he DM'd me back. So he was part of TV Rock. And he said, "How's it going? Who's going to win?" He said, "Silverchair win for sure, but how's it going?" I was, it's early days. Not really. We haven't really got any data yet, Grant.
You always wait before you tag someone because otherwise you don't want them to witness things bomb.
We thought he might jam it up a bit. Get his
He probably voted.
legion of TV Rock fans.
He probably voted for it himself too, and that's part of the 4%.
Well, me and him.
we've got... Nikki described it as a bit of a get your hand off it song. Look, I tagged Jared Leto in this as well, but it didn't seem to help me. But I'm not mates with him. I just said vote how at Jared Leto would like you to vote. With 30 Seconds to Mars, The Kill. It is at 22% in third spot.
See, my 4%'s pushed everyone.
Yes. Making us all look a little bit better. In third spot...
Put your hands up for Detroit, a lovely city.
Fell ground.
This was leading. Has it swung this morning?
It has dropped down to 35%. Still pretty solid in second position, which does mean that in first position, and look, it's hard to go past it.
Luttsy did.
Yes. Ash sitting at 40% of the votes.
Oh, my God.
And I will say the highest ever so far is a 42% victory.
Come on.
Also with the Music Man Ash last year. So that's where it stands. You want to jump on board the Instagram stories right now and have your say in our Throwback Throwdown 2007 edition. Vote for Luttsy. He needs the help.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Now, the dating world can be very perilous, as you would know, Mr. Luttrell. Like, anything could happen.
Yes.
Anything goes. People tell porcupines.
There's a bit of that going on these days, isn't there?
I would say there's a fair bit of that going on.
On their Tinder profiles, you mean? Or
just in general.
Everywhere, yeah.
It's dog eat dog out there. But a friend of mine, very intelligent guy, my age, lawyer, super successful.
Tick, tick.
Tick, 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 tick,
tick.
On paper, he looks amazing.
Head like a drop of pie. What's the problem?
No, he's good looking too. He's got it all going
Tick.
on.
Another tick.
But he's
How's
a
the
really...
buns? Nice buns.
I haven't...
Fit enough.
I haven't had a feel, but looks
Looks
tidy.
all right. Look, tidy. It's a good
Yes.
package. That's a strong package.
But
Have you met him?
No, but I want
Just got a
to.
visual.
Sounds fantastic.
he's looking better and better every
Yeah,
moment.
so super successful lawyer.
Yes, and sharp, very sharp. Anyway, he called me up the other day, really upset, because he has been dating this hottie for 11 months. They've been together.
It's a fair stint in this
Yes.
day and age, isn't it?
And she studies medicine, and she's good looking, and she surfs.
Tick, tick, tick.
Ticks all the
Does
boxes.
she play golf as well?
Oh, God. I mean, Ash will marry.
Let's say it just for your fantasy. Let's say she plays golf
And
too.
she surfs.
What, you want,
And
a,
she
you want a
surfs.
woman you can play golf with? Is that what you're after,
She
buddy?
even taxidermied her first barramundi.
Oh, my God. How's her buns?
Golf exists so you can get away from your
Yeah,
partner,
that's true.
mate. That's the
You know
only
what,
reason
that
that
might be
whole
true,
sport
yeah.
exists. Yeah.
So,
Yes. She
They've been-
sounds good too.
11 months. And they've had a lot of trips overseas, and they've been through a lot together. Now, he's got 3 older children from a previous marriage.
Yeah, right.
And she can't get pregnant
Right.
because she's had all the tests and she can't get pregnant.
Does she
anyway,
want kids? I thought she didn't want it.
she said,
She
look,
can't.
this is
It's-
perfect. I
it's
can't
not-
have kids.
Right, okay. Yeah,
And
gotcha.
they're on this holiday in Thailand. She's very quiet. And then in the second week, she said, I have to come clean with you. I had a miscarriage last week. And he's like, what? I didn't think you could get pregnant. And she's like, I didn't think I could get pregnant either. But now that I know I can get pregnant, I want to have a baby. And he's like, oh. And he loves this chick. And he's like, no.
He's got his family. Doesn't
He's
want
got
to
his
add
family.
to
He
it.
can't, like, they're in their 20s. Like,
Oh, right. He's out of Shawshank.
yeah, and he's like, I can't do it again. And they broke up. And he was quite devastated.
As you would be.
3 days later, he gets a text from one of his mates who says,
Oh, where's this going?
I hate to break this to you, mate, but your lovely lady is currently stripping at our Bucks party.
What?
And sent her stripper profile booking page with a completely different name and sent it to him. None of it was true. It was all lies. We're going
She
through it now.
doesn't play golf?
She doesn't. No, she doesn't.
She's not a doctor?
Hey, what about medicine?
Well, this is what we're having this conversation
Nothing.
now. We don't think any of it was real.
She was. So what was she then? What is she?
She
What was she trying to do
dances.
with him? Just like
I don't know. We think maybe he was a mark the whole time.
a mark to
like
have
a baby
chi-
daddy. Like,
just have a child and everything.
yes.
Jesus, that's deep. That's a lot to. That's a
That's
lot.
a lot to unpack. So
a
at the
lot to
moment,
unpack.
like, first he was just absolutely gutted. Then it was shock. Now it's like, hey, what was real, what wasn't, because he was all in with this person. And I said, it's interesting that every time I came to visit you and I wanted to go out with the two of you, she never turned up.
Did you, you never met her?
No, I kept trying to. And I should have known that was, that was a bit fishy, because men's female best friends have a very strong radar. Like, I can smell bullshit from a million miles away.
Yeah.
I've done it with other guys, and I'm always right. I'm always like, nah, I smell it, smells. But, so completely, is it catfish? Is that what you call it? No,
Well,
it's different
it's
to
only
that.
He's kind of
Catfish.
dodged a bullet there, hasn't he?
Well, absolutely he's dodged a bullet.
But one of the difficult things, you don't know whether any of it's true
No.
or whether there's bits of it that are true.
Yeah.
No, so he's
He
going to be
doesn't know.
spending the next few months trying to break this down. He'll be going over all the things, trying to work out, is she studying medicine? Maybe she is studying medicine.
she know
maybe
that-
that's how she's supplementing.
Does she know that he knows?
I don't
What
know.
he could do is book her.
Oh, yeah. Well, turn up
Book
there,
her.
turn
And he's
up
just
there
on.
one
He's
night.
just on a couch.
Yeah.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Breaking news here. Mystery guest time.
Oh,
Did he just have a stroke?
he had a
No,
something.
I wanted that intro, the
Is that Morse code? What is
No, it's
it?
like dun, 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 dun.
Oh, like the news
Breaking
break.
news.
Breaking
I
news.
gotcha.
Breaking news.
Okay.
We have a mystery guest for you, Nikki.
Oh,
Now,
that
mystery
screen on.
guest, can you say hello? Can you say
Hi
hello?
there.
hello.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Does that voice ring a bell?
Hang on, keep talking.
Say one more thing, mystery guest.
Hello. Hello there. Hola.
What about this noise from the mystery guest?
Oh, stop it.
Stop it!
It's my little burger.
Can you turn that screen?
Yeah, it's my hamburger. Hang on.
down there.
I'm trying to work out how to turn the screen on. Wait. Oh, bloody
God's
hell.
sake.
Sorry.
This is
tech's
Marshall
letting me down.
Hamburger, who Nikki told us all
Hamburger!
about just a couple of days ago, who apparently is killing it on Idol. And he's from the sunny coast. We listened to your stuff the other day, mate.
Yeah, Marshall, I'm backing you 100%. You were just my favourite. You've got John Farnham twangs in your voice, and every time you hit one of those soaring notes, it hits me in the heart. You give me goosebumps.
Oh.
I just love you. I love your guts. Are you enjoying it?
Thank you guys. I'm loving it. Oh my, it's honestly such a trip to be on this show, because I when I first auditioned, I was like, oh yeah, I'll give it a go. I'm not doing anything else next year, and I honestly never thought I'd get this far. But it's so cool. It's such a blessing. I'm so happy.
So explain where he is at the moment. I'm not watching the show. Top 10?
So he's in the top 10, or are you in the top 8 now? Is it top 10
What are
or
you in,
top
Marshall?
8?
I think we're now in the top 8 now.
Yes.
We're getting to the pointy end now.
And I've got you pegged for top 2. I've got you and Gisela for top 2.
Really? They're the two big ones, you reckon?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
for sure. I mean, Marshall, you've got to admit that Gisela's voice is just ridiculous.
Can that work with the seatings?
She is.
That makes
She is honestly quite. She knows her scale so well. I'm just like sometimes she's like casually like sitting around. She goes, yeah. I'm just like, oh my god.
So can she
That is
play the
ridiculous.
piano though? Can she play the piano like you can play the piano?
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know.
I have yet to see her play this. I have yet to see her play an instrument, but
What?
you know, there's lots of singers. There's lots of singers who just sing like monsters.
Yeah, so you don't have to.
Marshall, we love the name too. Like we were saying, you should call yourself the Hamburger. Like just embrace it. Like,
Just Hamburger?
Like Meatloaf, yeah, or just Hamburger, like as your artist name. Like what are you thinking there, mate? What do you reckon?
Oh, look, the name definitely comes in handy. It has come in handy so far, but I don't know.
What did you get?
I might.
What do you get at school? Nickname?
Oh, there was this lot of hamburger. A lot of people never knew my first name, but they knew my last name.
Yeah.
So they were just like, "Oi, hamburger!"
Hey, Hamburger.
I've got to admit, it took me a little bit to catch up on what your first name was too when I started watching the show. But then I saw you in our local rag, and I'm like, oh, there's Sunny Coast Boy on there. I've got to get
'cause you
behind him.
live there.
I have a feeling I've met your mum as well.
Oh, really?
Well, I keep recognising her. I reckon I've met her at the brewery up at Noosa, but that's just my
You do spend
theory.
a lot of time there.
Oh, I did a gig there, and I swear she was there, and we
Heckling.
met.
It's called work.
Yeah, probably.
So just explain to me. So say if you're top 8, what's the process? I mean, I was kind of not joking before when I said, do the seedings work out? Like, how do you get to the final 2? Do you have to get? Is it against one other?
Like, could
You
you
know,
meet-
is it like
could you meet
quarterfinals,
Giselle
semi-finals
in a prelim?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So pretty much how it works is that we've got like 3 days now to prepare for the top 8 show, and then the top 8 show is filmed, and then it's aired on I think Sunday,
Yeah.
and then that show is like aired, and then there's like voting. The voting is open for like 24 hours from that show's airing,
And then they get a top 4 out of that? What do they get out of that?
It's one of.
and then out of that we go to top 6, and then
Right.
from top 6
So they drag it out.
we
a bit.
go down to 3.
Right, okay.
Okay, from
So top
6 you
is
go
like
to
a big
3.
cut.
Right.
Okay.
So
it's the pointy end. It's the pointy end.
It's not knockout as such.
Well,
where-
it is if you're in the bottom 2.
Yeah,
it sounds like.
I guess so. Yeah, you've just got to keep achieving,
Well,
right?
well, good luck, mate. We're right behind you. Okay. The Hamburger. Vote 1.
Thank you, guys.
And make sure you let us know how people vote and when people vote, and we can get the Nova Nation behind you as well.
Yeah, no, I'll let
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
boys. I'll
Okay.
let you know. I'll be coming. I've got to vote for Hamburger. In fact,
Exactly.
I'll be texting you because it usually happens overnight where you have to, like, vote.
Right, yeah. Well, text us, 'cause that's 2 of us, but also the,
Yeah.
the 400,000 listeners, Oswald.
Yeah, and I'll post it on my socials. I'll get
Yes,
everyone behind you.
Do that.
Yes.
Yeah. We got you, is what the point is.
I said
Go to
right.
the
Back.
Hamburger.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Come give me that cash.
Luttsy and Nikki Osborne's $50,000 Mystery Voices.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Guess these 4 voices
I listen to
Nova.
and win a guaranteed $50,000.
Alrighty.
Come give me
Well,
that cash.
yes, time to get some money and get some guesses in. We've got Alan from Gundale. I read that as Alan Rumble. How you doing, Alan? Are you all right?
Hey, Nikki, how are you, mate?
Oh, I'm all right, mate.
Don't you like being called, mate?
What? No,
Well, you
I
seem like you bounced back in with a bit
no,
of venom there.
That wasn't venom. That was
Mate!
no. The bush Barbie came out. He released
yeah,
me in
that's
a.
what it was.
He made me release me in a bush.
You went bush Barbie on him.
So, Alan, what? What were you say, Alan? Talk to me.
I was going to say the amount of Instagram clips that I've watched from you from last night, you say mate a lot.
Yeah.
I do. See, there's no venom in it
Yeah.
whatsoever.
What are you wearing when you watch her on Instagram, buddy?
Oh, stop it!
Mate.
Have you done a deep dive, Alan?
Hey, whoa.
I've done a very deep
Yeah, I
dive.
bet you have, buddy.
Alan, don't listen to them. Wink, wink. Anyway. all
Come
right,
on,
Alan.
sweetheart. What are your guesses?
One more?
Yeah, let's listen one more time.
Okay, all right.
Alan!
Oh, sorry, we're on. Okay, here we go. Sorry, one more.
I listen to
Nova.
Here we got.
Okay, Alan.
All right. So I reckon that number 1 is Ryan Gallagher.
Oh, I was in the jungle with Ryan. Yep.
Number 2, Larry Ebner.
Oh, I love Larry. He's my cheerleader. I love him. Yep.
Number 3, Liam Hemsworth.
Oh, the Hemsworth I haven't shagged. No, I'm kidding. I haven't,
Liam's one you haven't?
I haven't shagged.
Even I've shagged him. Oh, no, it's Luke.
That's
Sorry,
Luke.
I've shagged Luke. I apologise, Liam. It's Luke I shagged.
Even Bonnie Blue shagged Luke. Sorry,
Oh,
this
Jesus.
is falling apart. And who's your 4th?
Delta Goodrum.
Okay, Alan, I love you so much, but I'm sorry to say you've only got 1 right in the correct position, and that's Delta. Oh, I know, and you did good homework too. And they were all new, weren't
Gee.
they?
Were they all fresh, were they?
They were all freshies.
All fresh.
Who's Ryan Gallagher?
Are you baiting Luttsy right now?
You don't even know.
No.
He's engaged to
Emily Seabohm, my ex.
His
that's
ex-fiancée.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Emily's new
Right,
fiancé.
okay, right.
They got had a baby together and stuff.
Yeah, lots. Yeah.
Yeah. What you could have had, Luttsy.
The only time I pipe up for the whole bit.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Now, one of the things that Donald Trump has done since he has won back the presidency is he said, I'm going to open a lot of the secret files.
Yeah.
And he has made public the JFK Files.
Who done it?
Yes.
Well, yeah, well, should
Which
be
there's
who
been,
done
I
it,
mean,
right?
that's been one of the most speculated things in history.
Yeah, political events in
Yeah.
history or whatever you call it.
Since Epstein didn't hang himself.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. Along that line. So who shot JFK? And this morning, who was coming in talking about it? None other than old me.
No.
Nick!
Think you know it all.
Yeah, I do.
God, I've missed that.
Our assassination expert.
Yes, you have been our assassination
Wait,
experts.
For a little while, and it's caught my interest, and it's been getting coverage.
So
and
what is it? They've opened the files. I've seen that they've opened the files, but what have we learnt about the JFK assassination? Who did it?
Was it the CIA?
Well, so far,
Was there one bullet?
So far, it looks like Lee Harvey Oswald is still the number one suspect. He was arrested.
But who paid him?
Well, that's what we're still getting through. They are drip feeding us this information. The last release is coming very shortly, and we don't expect to learn a whole lot more. But here's what we do know. And these weird little connections keep coming up. So the first thing what we know is Lee Harvey Oswald, they did have eyes on him for a while leading into this across multiple organisations. The KGB were checking him out as well. So the Russian organisation, remember this JFK was just off the back of the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yes.
Now, his administration wasn't that happy with the CIA at the time, so that's where maybe there was a bit of bad blood sitting around there. So Oswald had connections. Well, the KGB were looking into this guy. He was known to them. Now, the next part that gets really interesting is there's an Australian connection. Ooh. So just before, and this is where we're really trying to dig into here. Just before the assassination, the days leading up to it, there were multiple calls made to the US Embassy in Canberra suggesting something like this was about to go down. Yeah.
Why did they ring Canberra?
I don't. And that's what we
Who
have to
did
get
they
to the
ring?
bottom of. Well, so just calls to the tip line.
Was this information revealed in
This information has just been revealed.
Who was in power in Canberra at the time?
When was it?
So 63.
Who was that?
God, I've got
That's
no
before.
idea.
That's before my time.
Try and do our civics here, but
I'll check it out. Somebody beat me.
Yeah.
So
Fastest fingers first.
So there's an Australian connection, but they've still got it pinned on Oswald.
still on Oswald.
What about
but
the one?
it's about follow the money.
I know.
Follow the money.
No, listen, this has been...
Menzies, what? You're getting Menzies.
We have had... What is this? Is plus 62 years on now, and for multiple generations have continued to build conspiracies around this. I don't know if we are going to get a definitive truth, because no matter what is revealed...
But that's what everyone's been saying for decades. That once they make the files public, you'd get to find out whether there was CIA involvement, whether it was KGB. I'm disappointed. It seems like there's more.
I still think it's the CIA.
There's a cloud over it.
Look,
I'm calling it.
I don't think anyone's going to be done for slandering.
You've seen enough.
Nikki's
I
heard
don't need
enough.
much.
So I'll just go around. I'll still get your pick. Who did it, Nikki?
The CIA.
Okay, Luttsy, who did it?
I think I'm just reading up on it today. I think CIA.
Ash.
The fisheries.
You're offensive this.
Still blaming
You're
us.
going to offence this JFK.
Okay, I'll say it was still Oswald.
Okay.
But whether that was CIA, I haven't learned anything.
Well, it sounds like it was
I've learned there was a
Oswald.
phone call to Australia.
Look,
That's what I've learned.
Does Oswald
How does
have...
that make the CIA guilty?
Hey, Nick,
Well, yes.
does Oswald have a family living the life of Riley somewhere in Switzerland or Monaco or something?
No, what he does, but what we do know
Oh,
is he had visited Soviet and Cuban embassies beforehand,
There you go.
who were at the time, the number one enemies of the United States.
Yeah, so that doesn't mean it's the CIA, though.
I'm with Nikki now. Follow the money.
Yeah, follow the money.
I learned nothing.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Guess who's just called in? The Prime Minister of Australia, Anthony Albanese, no less.
I've never heard that one before, I must admit.
How cool is this? Good morning, PM. How are you?
Good morning. I am very, very well. I'm on my way to the Gold Coast.
Well, I know why you're good. I hear you had a delicious meal at the new Cantonese restaurant, 56, last night. I mean,
really?
As a man that likes to see Brisbane evolve, I can imagine you were very delighted with that.
Words out. It's a cracker of a restaurant, I've got to say. It was absolutely delightful.
Well, it's a sign of Brisbane emerging and going into some wonderful places. And on that note, Mr. PM, I want to ask you about the state government, because over the last 24 hours, it seems like they're trying to take an arena away from us. The inner city Brisbane arena, which the federal government has put a significant amount of, or promised a significant amount of money in within the Olympics and the Olympic $7.1 billion. What's happening there, mate? They're trying to not build that in and around this in 5 days when we have the 100-day review finishes. What's happening?
Yeah. Well, it's not clear. I'll leave them to make their announcements about their position. But the federal government, we've provided $2.5 billion for an indoor arena. And importantly, the whole objective there wasn't just to provide something for the Olympic Games in 2032, but to provide a legacy so that big artists, when they come to Australia, want to play at a venue that is close to the city, that's world class.
Yes, Dua Lipa. You're a Dua Lipa fan. I know that.
I am indeed, and I hear from my Brisbane friends that travelling north there,
yes,
to where the current venue is. Kylie played there a little while ago.
Yep.
It doesn't quite have the same atmosphere for gigs.
It's a bit of a hike. It is a bit of a hike.
Well,
we need it in a city.
For people to gather beforehand or afterwards to catch up and have a drink. Talk about the gig, what they like, what they play.
Spend money in the local economy, PM. Spend money.
Instead of playing toad golf afterwards in the Boondall wetlands.
Yeah, exactly. And having to go home because you're there. You're in the city.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's a spend. As I said, you have dinner beforehand, you have dinner afterhand, you have drinks, you have time with your family, where it's something we really need, PM. So your stance right now is that money will stick with the arena. If the feds are going to give this $2 billion it is,
2.5?
The inner city arena is what you're going to be spending it on?
That's what we've done. I mean, we'll await the review of the state government to put it out, and we, of course, will listen to their views, but we do have an agreement that that's what our money's for.
Right. Okay.
On top of that, we've got another $900 million for the other smaller venues to assist. So it's a total of more than $3.4 billion we've got for the Olympics.
Right.
And on top of that, we've funded things like the upgrade of the Australian Institute of Sport in Canberra and other sports that are Olympic-based sports to the tune of $1 billion to make sure that we want Brisbane to be a huge success, and we want Australia to be as close to the top of the medal tally as we can be.
Rock on.
And we want Taylor Swift.
Yeah, we want Taylor Swift as well.
We do.
We want it all. We want it all.
Tay-Tay.
We want to be on the grid is what we want to be. Brisbane wants to be on the grid.
And now one other question I have, a
Brisbane's
slight pivot.
Great global city.
Damn straight.
Slight pivot, the pharmaceutical benefit scheme. What's going on there? I saw a headline that Big Pharma have said to Trump to put tariffs on that. What's going on?
Yeah, well, we're standing up for our pharmaceutical benefit scheme. It was introduced by a Labor government way back with Curtin and Chifley, and we are defending it. And we want to reduce the cost of medicines. The maximum cost will reduce to $25. Now, that's more than a 20% cut. We cut it from $42.50 down to $30 in 2003. And today's announcement is to cut it further to $25, saving Australian families hundreds of dollars every year is so important.
Now, what's important to Luttsy is Viagra under that umbrella?
Oh, why does she always take it there, PM?
Always there. Look, I'm not going to talk about
Speculate.
individuals' pharmacy needs.
Or individual broadcasters' needs. Exactly.
Privacy concerns there.
Well, I said we had dinner, so I guess you could have thrown me under the bus, but you didn't. I respect that. But, well, that's good, mate. Brisbane's rocking and rolling, PM, but thanks for fighting the good fight for us in that regard. How long so you're Gold Coast, how long are you there for? What are you doing up there, down there?
I'm doing the pharmacy big conference there at the Gold Coast Convention Centre. There'll be 3,000 pharmacists, I think, are going to be there, so it's a pretty big deal. I've been in Queensland. This is day 3 now in Queensland. I've been up at Hervey Bay having a look at the impact of the floods. Went to Gladstone talking about jobs and future made in Australia there. And then in Brisbane yesterday, looking at urgent care clinics, I went and thanked all the workers at the Services Australia site there. There's more than 1,000 people working to process claims quickly for people who've been affected by the floods, and they're doing an amazing job. I've got to say, more than $98 million is out the door in the pockets or the bank accounts of Queenslanders and Northern New South Wales residents who've been impacted.
Thanks for calling in, PM, and Ash heading straight to the convention centre where we can get that Cialis deal.
Don't bring me into your deal, mate.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Throwback Throwdown.
Yeah, I hope Grant Smiley's still hungover after the Grand Prix.
He's not tuned in.
Not tuning in via the Nova player.
I'm outraged by my friend. I said, quick, vote for my song. She said, oh, I already voted for Silverchair, which is not my song.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. I put it up on my feed and go, hey, this is my thing, so just, vote for it.
Help me out.
And then people really will go, nah, sorry, brother, I'm going with Silverchair. I'm like, you're missing the point.
I know, this is only my best friend.
Yeah, you're friends.
Back me. She backed Ash.
Well, Luttsy jumped in yesterday, the quickest anybody has ever jumped in to select a song straight out of the gate.
Yeah, the most played song of the year on Nova.
And when did you make that up? Or I thought
that was a fact. It was on the sheet.
Was it?
Yep. Yeah, top of the sheet.
Jeez. Well, an hour ago, it had garnered 4% of the vote. I don't know if it improved or not, but if it stayed at 4, that means it's the least voted song in the history of this competition.
It did not stay on 4.
Oh.
You know what's not helping? The chorus. Didn't play the chorus. That's what it was.
Oh, right. That was it. Yeah. It didn't stay on 4. It went up to 5, but still makes it still keeps it as the lowest ever final score in Throwback Throwdown, unfortunately.
5%. That's nasty.
Bit of room between that.
It doesn't even kick in yet. Like, the kick-in comes after this.
Oh, yeah, mate.
How long's your bed here, mate?
You already got 9% easy.
How long's the bed?
We've got 10 seconds left, and I don't think it's going to get you there.
They're going to miss the bloody kicker. There we go. Start here. I get maybe 6%.
It's a good track,
It was great track. It was splitting the vote, though, with the dance tracks. Better Legrand took a few off it. 22% in third position. Oh, sorry.
What? Did I slip?
What have you done?
No.
You fudged it.
I've made a boo-boo here, guys. I'm so sorry.
I won. Did I win?
22% was for my song, which was The Kill, 30 Seconds to
Get
Mars.
your hand off it, Mitch.
It's better get your hand off it. I'm sorry. You were 34%, Nikki, in second position.
Thank you.
Does this get a run?
Miss America, where they gave the wrong person. Remember that?
Yeah, Sarah O'Hare.
Tracina Trophy. Put your hands up for Detroit, which does mean the winner.
Yeah, this is a tune.
Is this one before?
Probably.
I'd say so.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe way back.
How many percent?
40%.
Oh.
Straight lines.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I'm smarter than who?
The Brighton Answer deal is here, with one lucky person winning $100,000 off the price of their new home every month. Drop into your nearest Brighton display home today.
All right, Paul out at Wynnum. What's this skinny on you? You played a couple of years ago. You won 4-3. Hoping to take Nikki down as well on your way to work.
Sure.
You're a high school teacher. I always get nervous when we talk to the teachers. Just for you, because I don't want you to make a fool of yourself. That's all. I know what the kids are like. If you come in and you get pantsed.
Remember, Paul, I had a friend of mine who will remain nameless. No, Stacey, her name was actually. She got pi wrong. It wasn't high school, but she taught her kids pi 3.14 recurring, whatever. She told them it was 3.41 all year, and they all got it wrong at the end of your exam because of her. And we've never let her forget it.
It's a deliberate mistake to show the kids it's okay to get something wrong.
That's it. That's what she said.
Yes, there'll be a lesson in the learning. If
Life doesn't
you fail
always,
to deliver. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's good. It sounds like you smother game ready if it doesn't go the way that you want. And Layla, you're 11-year-old. Now, does she go to the same school where you teach?
No, she doesn't.
Right, okay.
Drop her off.
Okay, but she's up for a gimp when it comes time for that. Yeah, nice. Layla, well, hold your horses. We'll get to that after we
Layla's keen.
Put Dad under the spotlight. All right, Paul, let's go, mate. Good luck. 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. The scapula is located where in the human body?
Shoulder.
Is a contrabassoon a woodwind, brass, or percussion instrument?
Woodwind.
On the periodic table, which element is represented by the letters Li?
Lithium.
Located in the Sunshine Coast suburb of Mumbai is the big what?
Pineapple.
What is 8 squared?
64.
Stop the clock.
Whoa. What about that? That was, I'll tell you what, there's no embarrassment there, I don't think.
Check out the big brain on Paul.
There was a bit of...
I love your periodic table ones, guys, because as a science teacher, I should get them.
Imagine if you had got it wrong, though. Oh, man.
Wow.
All right, well, why don't you count Layla in?
Yeah, come on, Layla.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Bring it again!
Oh, I like that. You did a silent countdown. So it just sounded like Layla came in hot. That was nice. Nice delivery, Layla. What grade's Layla in? 6?
Grade 6.
Grade 6. Well done. Well, I'm giving you a solid 9 out of 10 for that, Layla.
Nice. Well done, Layla.
Woo! Yeah. Wait for it.
Oh, God.
It always gets you.
Always gets
you.
Okay, you ready, Nikki?
Okay. Yes.
30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. The scapula is located where in the human body?
The shoulder.
Is a contrabassoon a woodwind, brass, or percussion instrument?
Woodwind.
On the periodic table, which element is represented by the letters Li?
Lithium.
Located in the Sunshine Coast suburb of Mumbai is the big what?
Pineapple.
What is 8 squared?
64.
Stop the clock.
Oh. Damn, girl.
Hold it and double
Damn, girl, you running hot.
What was it?
You running
hot,
doggy.
I practiced my squared last week because I said, what does squared mean again? He's like, times it by itself. I'm like,
The scapula is located where in the human body? You both said shoulder. That is correct.
Got mine fixed yesterday. Feeling it today.
Is a contrabassoon. And by the way, did I pronounce that correctly?
Well done.
I have no idea.
I got no idea. Is a contrabassoon a woodwind, brass, or percussion instrument? Well, you both said woodwind. So was that a guess for you, Nikki?
Yes.
Or you got it correct?
Because it was the first one. So I thought, I could just run with that.
Did you know what it is, Paul? What's the...
Pretty much a guess.
That was a guess from both of you.
Oh, that's
good
funny.
Going. It's 2-2 on the periodic table, which element is represented by the letters Li. Paul's a science teacher.
Yeah, he's a high school teacher. Just
it's lithium,
yes,
isn't it?
He said lithium, exactly what you said, and that is correctamundo.
Is that a Nirvana song?
Lithium.
Find it.
Yeah.
Find it. Adelaide.
Is it Paul? Do you know it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it is.
Yeah,
definitely.
Located in the Sunshine Coast suburb of Mumbai is the big what? Big pineapple is correct.
Yep.
Back in the day, as a kid who drove a lot from Harvey Bay to Brisbane, it used to go straight past, the highway used to go past the big
Yeah, yeah, and that's where you'd stop over and
Yeah.
get a big
The
sundae.
split. Yeah, right.
Yes,
Yeah.
the banana split
You don't
sundae.
pass it anymore.
And then you go on the train and pick it off the side.
Yeah, and you don't go past it anymore. You'd go through Nambour back in the day. It's 4-all, and the final question, what is 8 squared? You both said 64, so perfect score from both of
Oh,
you.
wow.
Paul, by the way, is looking for his second straight victory. That would make him a member of the Noble Dow Cup group.
Mm-hmm.
But over to Mitchell James, because this one will be sorted
This
out
is
on time.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's the wrong one. I'm looking for the drum roll. 3 seconds for Paul. Nikki, you also had 3 seconds.
What the heck?
That invokes the rarely used benefit of the doubt rule, which is
Paul
in
wins.
the event of a draw, benefit of the doubt goes to the listener. That's Paul, and that means Paul has his name etched on the time-honoured Noble Dow Cup.
Go, Paul.
Layla going nuts.
$100.
Cable.
2 wins in a row and a trip to the cave.
Great.
Oh, you had to, though. You're a teacher. Like, that had to happen.
Yeah, but
Oh, no pressure.
we're just saying, otherwise it's a lot of heat on him and
A
he
lot
gets
of
to school and
roasting,
loses.
yeah.
I've got a few things here. First of all, I'm going to give you a bit of the naturally cooked SPF sunscreen lotion, which has come into the studio. This looks great. I know, Ash, you've been using it a bit lately on the coast. Non-greasy, fast-absorbing, aloe vera, vitamin E. For when you're working or playing, naturally cooked sunscreen. So check that out if you want to. But I've got you a little tub of that to take home. And also, are you guys Broncos fans?
Yeah, we'll watch the Broncos.
Yeah, we've got a family pass to the Broncos v the Cowboys. This is tomorrow night at Suncorp Stadium. This is their first home game of the year. Going to be an absolute cracker. We're all heading. Going to be brilliant, so that's pretty cool. By the way, just very quickly, if I can, I've been told this morning that if you are heading to the Broncos tomorrow night, that Jarrell Yowie and Jack Reed will be down supporting with Forex the ginger beer cans that have just been released.
Nice.
They'll be giving some people just in that corner, the Caxton corner, if you like, of the stadium on that concourse. Jack Reed and Jarrell Yowie will be there.
Got redhead Jack Reed. In a world
full of gingers,
I can't let you breed,
but only breed once. I want to breed with you. So go down and see Jack Reed and Jarrell pre-game on the concourse there, and I'll give you that family pass to the Bronx as well.
What just happened?
Awesome.
Cheers, Paul.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
You were made to meet halfway. Expedia were made to plan where halfway is. Expedia, made to travel.
Auckland, LA, Vegas.
Oh my God.
Nova's Red Room Global Tour. Powered by Expedia.
Nova's Red Room.
Let's go.
Let me hear ya.
'Cause I can't let go.
We'll be announcing the second winner tomorrow afternoon. Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel, 4 p.m. tomorrow. Make a little note if you've entered this, because you don't want to miss that phone call when they ring up to say you've won this amazing
No, you really
trip.
don't. Could you imagine missing that phone call and missing that massive trip?
You'd never forgive yourself.
Nah. Nah.
Or you'd blame someone else, you know.
It'd certainly ruin your year.
Imagine your partner didn't tell you.
Oh.
Or something, that'd create some friction, wouldn't it, over us? But you'd never forget, like 10 years from now. You haven't done the washers. You didn't answer the phone call when we had that once-in-a-lifetime trip.
Well, let's find
You know
out
what I'm saying? That
who
could
this
create-
argument could happen for. We've got Dallas from Kedron. Dallas, how you doing?
Hi, great, thanks.
That's good. Well, you're in the draw.
Awesome.
Yeah, make a
Thank
little
you so
note,
much.
mate, for about 3:57 tomorrow. So you're just prepared. You're ready to go.
Because you're only halfway
yeah.
there with us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And who
thanks.
are you taking? Who are you going to take? Your missus?
Yeah, I'll have to be the missus.
Oh,
I was joking with the kids. Maybe I'll take my mate, but it'll be hard.
Good luck getting that across the line.
Could you imagine? You'd have to buy us some hefty jewellery to get that
Some
one over
Chanel
the
number
line.
5.
No, that won't cut it, mate. Nah.
That wouldn't be good enough.
It's got to be rocks.
That's expensive perfume.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
who are you looking?
just take your wife.
Yeah, it'll have to be.
As I always say, you can't
Listen
put...
to him. He's not about to not take his wife.
No, I know. I know
He
that.
doesn't
All of our
take his
listeners are
wife.
all taking their spouses. We've got very devoted
Yeah, we do
listeners. Have
actually.
you noticed
That
that?
does happen a lot.
Natasha out at Logan Home.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good. What's your highlight out of those?
Yeah.
All those red rooms and everything.
I'd have to go with Posty.
Yeah.
Hosting in Vegas.
Yeah.
Interesting fact, Natasha. I looked yesterday on Dean Lewis's Instagram. Because he's touring as part. So when he gets to LA, he's on tour. So he'll arrive in this flash-looking tour bus. It's actually the same tour bus that Lady Gaga travelled in.
Oh, he's in the same bus.
It's the same bus. So he's like, it's pretty cool. I get to sleep in the same bed as Lady Gaga. Because he gets his own bedroom at the back of the bus.
And he rolls from one city to another in that bus?
He's doing an American tour. So,
okay.
So he rolls. But this bus is mint. Like, if you go to Dean Lewis's Insta, it's up there. Maybe we can steal it. Nick can get the kudos for that. Thank you. Forget that. Do not go to Dean Lewis's Instagram. Go to
Just wait.
Ash, Luttsy, and Nikki, or whatever it is.
That one. Our page.
Yes.
That one. Anyway, Natasha, you're in the draw. All right, Shelley from Ningi. How are you, Shelley?
Good.
Where's Ningi?
Near Bribie Island.
Definitely near the water.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. It sounds like it'd be near the sand and near some swampage.
Yes.
So you're in the draw, Shelley. Have you planned
Oh,
who you
thank
would
you.
take if you were to win?
Probably my sister.
Oh, sisters.
I'd have to leave the husband at home to look after the kids.
Yeah. See, that's what we want.
Yeah.
Buy him some Chanel number 5.
Get him something duty-free.
Oh, that's interesting that, we say that husbands can't not take their wives, but the wife's like, oh no, the husband will stay at home. This is an interesting dynamic.
Take the sis. I went with my brother to the footy last year.
You nearly broke him.
Yeah, and he almost broke me, to be honest. Brad was a revelation, but it was a good bonding. It was a good sibling bonding thing. Shit.
Shelley,
I can't read the screen from here.
Oh, no, you're too far away from it.
Too far away. He's 1.5 meters. Look at those eyes.
It's just my eyes.
Squint harder.
What? How do you say what?
What?
He's 1 meter.
Anyway,
He's 1 meter from the screen. Get closer.
That's pathetic.
That's why he doesn't realise
that
his
is
selfies
terrible.
are not looking good because he can't see them.
Yeah, exactly.
The Ash, Luttsy, and Nikki Osborne podcast. Come give me that cash.
Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne's $50,000 Mystery Voices. Guess these 4 voices.
I listen to
Nova.
And win a guaranteed $50,000.
Give me that key.
Carol out of Ferny Grove. I believe that we've identified one of the voices. I think that's locked in now. There's no doubt about it. Hell, we've even mentioned the name a couple of times. So if you don't know the 4th voice, I can't help you.
Yeah, you live under a
You're on your
rock
own.
if you don't know the 4th voice.
But I do think at this point of the competition, it's worth mentioning that you can go to our podcast.
Oh, our podcast,
and
that's
you
the
can
one.
get a full list of all of the incorrect guesses. Because at this point of proceedings, if you're lucky enough to get through when the phones go burlesque and be the caller that we pick up on, you don't want to waste your opportunity.
No.
I mean, Eminem said it.
Non-defeat AM.
You get one shot, one opportunity.
Carol, have you been M&Ming and have you been researching?
I have. I've done a little bit of research, so we'll see. The app was my last thing to do, so I did it on Wednesday, not yesterday.
Oh, right. Okay,
Yeah.
so you might be a bit behind. All right, let's have a listen one last time and see what you think.
I listen to
Nova.
Okay, Carol, who are the 4 mystery voices?
Okay, the first one I'm guessing was Julia Morris.
Okay.
Second one, I might go with a little bit of a change there. I'm going to go Robert Irwin.
Oh, okay. Robert, I'm actually going to Australia Zoo today. Just putting that out there. Yeah.
It's a beautiful day for it.
It's terrible. Next.
Third one, I don't think this one's been guessed. Maybe the brother. I'm going to go with Liam Hemsworth.
Oh, we're
Hemsworth.
going back there, are we?
We keep going
We've
for
had every
them.
Hemsworth.
I think we've
chosen
oversaturated
so far.
ourselves with Hemsworth.
I'm confused in the Hemsworths now. Do not.
Oversaturate ourselves.
Oh, let's see. That was
We should
not
get
a good
sushi,
gesture.
Carol.
Oh, definitely. We should do that.
I had to say it, Carol. Sorry.
And number 4, Carol.
The number 4, we know it's Delta. So.
Yeah, there we go. She's paying attention.
There we go. Righto.
Okay.
So Julia Morris, Chris, whoever you said, Robert Irwin, one of the Hemsworths
Well
and
said,
Delta.
Liam
clear as day.
and Delta. Okay, Carol. I can say that you've only got one voice right in the correct order, and it's
Being
Delta.
guessed. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, it's an
Oh, my
$8,000.
But we haven't had Julia guest yet, have we?
Can you get that snot off the screen? I can't even
What
see.
is that on the screen?
Can you get it off?
Now you've said snot. I don't want to even
Brush
touch
Don't
it.
use Chris Jones's career mail. Oh, my God, that cheapens everything.
It's still stuck on there.
That's stuck on.
That looks like chocolate.
It's right on the Morris bit.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, so no $1,000 for Carol.
Nope.
Oh,
we had that
sorry,
name.
Carol.
What are you having for lunch?
Are you getting sushi, Carol?
We're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go get sushi.
We should get sushi, Carol. Is it on the system?
Definitely. You
Where's
know
that
what?
from?
That's something I've been craving for a while. I have a 6 week, so I haven't had sushi in a while. That would be
Now
great.
you got me craving for sushi, Carol.
What was the name of that doco, the tiger one that came out in COVID?
Tiger King.
Wasn't there a Carol in
Yeah,
it?
Carol.
Wasn't there-
Carol Baskin.
There was a song. hit it, Mitch.
Don't compare me with that, Carol.
Yeah, Mitch,
please.
where's the song?
Carol Baskin.
Wasn't there a song though?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I can't remember the bloody
Mitch
song.
is like frantically
Carol
typing.
Baskin.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Carol?
Oh, yeah, here we go.
What do you
Oh,
got?
definitely. I've
Hang
seen
on.
it, so
Let's
that's
say-
why. Please don't
Let's
compare me
say-
to that, Carol.
It's going to be anything.
Could be anything, Carol.
I hate you, Carol.
We don't hate you, Carol.
I hate your blonde hair. I hate your Facebook posts.
Is this me?
Hate you,
It does sound
Carol.
Is that me? I think that's me.
You did sing it at one point.
What the bloody hell was I doing singing
Have
that?
you got Carol's sushi or not?
No, we did not.
Hang on, I'll see if I can
well-
find it. Hang on, no, we're playing.
Anyway, have another crack, Carol.
Ad or something, won't it, if I do?
I will. Thank you very much, guys. Have a lovely morning.
wanna hear
You
it?
too.
too.
Enjoy your sushi.
This could be it. No. This is not good for live on air, is it?
No.
Check out all the incorrect
See you
guesses
tomorrow.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.